don't get off of work until 7 o'clock Central.
7 o'clock? Okay, so till 8, but that's honestly fine. I just figured I'd let you know since I had an early ass shift.
You're fine. Oh, you got to change your name. It's no longer Gin Night Shift. It's now Gin Shift.
Yeah, no kidding. Gin minimum wage.
Yes, minimum Costco Gin.
I actually, Costco pays people like $20 minimum, brother.
Dude, you wanna know the you wanna know how my minimum wage is at my grocery store?
Oh no.
So most grocery store benefits when you work there, you get like 10 some if you're at Trader Joe's 20% off your orders if you have an account.
Mm-hmm.
My store barely does 5%.
Cheapskates.
Yeah. That's how minimum my minimum wage is. Like I think I get paid like a little more than $1 above the standard minimum wage.
By the way, Axel, your stream, what would it be? Thumbnail for YouTube is still the Final Fantasy X one.
Yes, I'm aware. I am actively editing it.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, that's the plot twist for this stream. We're actually just gonna all get into a Final Fantasy X lobby and just start wrecking house.
it just suddenly y'all are temporarily transported to a session of just, all right, it's now Final Fantasy. Y'all are gonna have to deal with the shit.
All right, kid, I've made you the Dragoon class. Jin, you're a blue mage because you're just that autistic.
Honestly, that would be surprisingly fitting. Just Jin's no longer the tank. He's just the blue mage, so you can just mash buttons.
Oh,
Yes.
wait. Jin, you've seen Smiling Friends?
Yes.
Oh, dude, we should fucking make a Mr. Frog Barbarian class.
Oh my god.
That
Hello, I'm Mr.
sounds
Frog.
horrifying.
I ate the bug.
What? That
For
is
sure.
honest. I hope you know how horrifying that is, considering that dude threw a trophy so hard into the sun it shook its core. That is,
Then he threw a fucking tree log at the fucking moon and just chunked a piece of it off.
yeah. Not to mention him standing still solo the entirety of WWE.
MMA.
MMA. Sorry. And then the one thing that got him, depression.
Depression.
Be depressed. Be depressed.
So that's only reason like my backup character is a cleric is just because I know he probably need more support in the future.
I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Aside from support, I think I might end up doing like I don't freaking know, maybe like either a wizard or a ranger for shits and giggles.
So I have planned that my follow-up character is going to be a necromancer.
Or sit back. Sit back. What's the matter? You ate some.
A necromancer?
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about making a necromancer as my follow-up character, in case Ivan dies, and just making the necromancer like just be randomly looking for like corpses and stuff in the more dangerous zones, and just stumbles upon Ivan's corpse and just brings him back to life as like a fucking brainless zombie.
That's gonna be
No.
It's like
Because that is not a playable class, sir.
Huh?
closest thing to a necromancer would be a grave cleric, but even then, you all grave clerics revive mechanics revolve around the party member not having failed all their death saves.
Yeah, there's no necromancer class, my friend.
Oh,
Closer you get a spare to dying.
I just want to have fun with my corpse. Hey yo.
Hey, whoa, hey, hey.
If we end up doing a homebrew necromancer class, the party will just evolve into like, all right, we gotta close these gates. You have my Mossberg, my tanks, and Ivan.
Yeah, stop reaching for your flask.
But it smells so good.
You don't have a digestive system to run it through it. It's just gonna go
I
straight in your
don't
pooper.
care. It tastes good.
Not go yummy good time.
God damn it. Go yummy good time.
I was
Nah,
born to
fuck
play
it.
a zombie because I'm just as mindless.
I'm just gonna play. Yeah, no, fuck it. My next class is gonna be a monk that specifically uses a Honda Civic as his weapon.
Okie dokie. I guess we can go ahead and get started. Also,
Actually, you know
just
what's
a heads
great
up
idea about it? Oh,
for the players. I do now have access to some proper battle maps. So over the next couple of
Question.
sessions, we should have some good battle maps. Yes,
Question.
I may have an answer.
Is Waffle House one of the maps?
No, but I'm pretty sure I
Fuck.
could find it.
Fuck.
all I need to know is that one of the maps is gonna eventually be a deserted Denny's, and I can earn my title in D&D as well.
Okay, that would be actually pretty funny.
I'm
Like
slowly adding more
like that
fucking lore to
Titanic-
Jin.
Like that Titanic raccoon fight that Lou was suggesting. Put that shit in a deserted Denny's and have Harvey wrestle it.
Oh,
That'd be hilarious.
that would be
But
pretty
that's
good.
just. It's Lulu Bell, the raccoon champion. What makes him so ferocious? Her ferocious. And what makes her ferocious? She's a mother of 9.
And what makes the 9 ferocious is the big deal at this week's Denny's parking lot.
$9.99 for a grand slam of your choice, excluding French toast.
All right, let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Delirium's Ascent. I am your host, Axel Dream Saber, your humble DM. Joined with me today are my 2 intrepid heroes. The third is not here right now. We're starting with Adam. Fuck you. We're starting. He will be throwing in coma armor in the back seat. But welcome, travelers. We have today Jin, our intrepid crystalline barbarian brick shithouse who seems to always get his face kicked in. He will be
That's how I make a
playing,
living.
yeah, Harvey Cinderblock C, and Kid as our grizzled ex-detective turned champion of the primals fighter, Ivan Blackout Boyle.
You only live out once.
When we last left off, our team met with the mayor, known as the Rook. He runs the town of New Haven, a little city stronghold that has taken refuge inside of Zone 1 and acts as one of the main hub points into the top part of the Ascent. They met with him and have been given not only new orders, but also a side quest to on their way down to Zone 5, as per their orders, to clear out the docks to make a sort of a beachhead for their commanding officer to make essentially a reinforcement point to start essentially waging war down in the lands of the Ascent. They need to clear out the pathway to it and establish both an outpost and take out a rogue faction of watch agents that have set up refuge just outside of the entrance gate of Zone 5. They've already kind of made a bit of a battle plan to essentially go on quote unquote foot, or in this case, just drive rather than teleport down there and kind of make a beeline towards this location. We also got to kind of reintroduce the character to some of the NPCs of the area, including the police station chief, and Ivan actually got a bit of a dossier on one of the main lieutenants that have been going around disrupting not just supply lines, but presumably the information network that ARAT was tasked to reestablish. SAD had originally given our team the task of figuring out what happened, and they didn't really get a whole lot of information on what exactly happened up until now. That being said, their current task is to go all the way down to Zone 5 and clear it out so it is a safe place to make a beachhead and to hopefully stunt the tide of the red mist, as well as Gatewatch's advances into the upper areas. For now, they've been mostly cordoned off to 6 and below, but have been slowly trickling in through Zone 5 around. That's where we've left off. I believe we were currently getting supplies ready for the trip out, and I gave the players some actual downtime. To my understanding, Jin, you wanted a bonus towards your attunement feature. Is that correct?
Yes.
What I came up with is you will not be able to do it as more of a bonus action, more of once a day you can auto attune, but afterwards to re-attune to a new element for that day, you must physically have a gem of the corresponding type. You either need to buy it, find it, or loot it. You basically crush the gem in your hand, and then you can change your attunement for that day.
Shit.
But that will be on you to not only make motives to go look for these items, but also keep up and keep track of these items themselves. That is my compromise.
That works for me, man.
Kid, did you have anything planned for your downtime?
What's up?
I gave everybody downtime. Did you actually come up with anything for your downtime?
Like what in particular do you entail for that?
So, like in Jin's case, he basically did a training session, and he slightly enhanced his attunement ability for his crystals.
Yeah.
So I guess if I'm not mistaken, I think I said I was either going to meditate and train,
Okay.
just to kind of calm my nerves and my mind.
Okay. I don't think it is enough to give you full advantage, but I think at least for the first 3 instances of any charisma check, you will have advantage on it. So you'll get basically 3 free advantages on charisma checks for the session.
Okay.
If there was more downtime, I think I would have allowed it a more permanent buff, but I don't believe that there was enough time for me to allow that.
Right.
Jin just has to sit there and just hold some fucking crystals for however long to get used to the
Yeah.
attunement.
I can imagine that instead of like just holding them, he's trying to like combat train, so he's holding it while throwing haymakers.
Oh, okay, well, that's fair. But it's more of like downtime of like a couple of hours. Like you guys have basically been given the afternoon.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I know what you
um, what do you guys do? Y'all have been kind of left to your own devices. And of course, our scrungly fucking frog bastard has been swaddled and thrown into the back seat.
So to be lore accurate, I did tell Cinderblock that if he got out of line, he's gonna smack the living crap out of him with his fucking crystalline arm.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that in this instance, he smacked him hard enough that it actually completely knocked him out instead of just like bringing him back to his senses.
Okay.
Swear to
I'm good.
God, I was just trying to flick his nose.
You fucking idiot! I said just fucking hurt him, just slap him a bit, not completely knock the heck out of him.
You're the one who said to do it with a goddamn cinder block hand.
Yeah, just a slap, not a full blown fucking punch out.
Oh,
Kind of weak shit.
speaking of,
It was just a slap him, not fucking
Harvey,
not
I
punch his
would,
mama out.
since it is the new session, I would please like you to roll me a d4.
E4.
Or
Or just Harvey.
Oh, my bad.
just me. Okay.
Yes, it's your crystalline feat. Remember,
Oh, right. Where is
essentially
my
every
D?
session, I want you to roll which crystal you end up attuning to.
All right. That is a 2,
So that is
which...
fire.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
So
so
Okay,
fucking
so I basically just keep the attunement from... Oh, no, I change it. Oh,
not
yeah.
only did you knock out Glip, you gave him a goddamn sear mark on the back of his head.
he took like 4 points of fire damage.
What
I
the
like to imagine that,
fuck?
like, Glip said something so out of pocket and annoying that he just attuned to fire out of instinct, not even intention.
Yeah. So as of right now, Harvey, I would say you have one of each crystal type. That's what's allowing you to basically attune in your
Oh my god,
bag.
can he summon Captain Planet?
No.
No, because unfortunately, I have no heart. I am an asshole.
Captain Pollution.
But yes, you have like little orbs of them that are used specifically for your attunements. That have to be kept on your person. Any raw ore that you find can be used to forcibly change that aspect for the session. In other words,
And
you
I
do
have
have the
one of each.
opportunity. You have one of each of the original, which is what your actual passive works off of. But any new one, basically to be able to force that change, you must locate them.
Okay.
So either from like shops or in the wild or off of bodies. They're fairly common if you actually stop and look for them. They're not hard to find.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
And I mean, if worse comes to worse, you can have Ivan hold on to the extras because if I'm not mistaken, as of right now, he's got a bag of holding. So
Uh, uh, about that.
I swear
Kinda
to God, if
holding
you
a
stuff,
couple kegs in here.
I was about to say, if you said you had a whole damn brewery in there, I'm gonna smack you upside the head with it.
Not a whole brewery, just a couple kegs.
he could
All
probably
right,
still fit
define.
like he could
You
probably
know
fit
what?
a handful of crystals in there.
Yeah. But real quick, just so I continue the bit. You know what? Because you're a dwarf, define a handful.
A baker's dozen.
That doesn't help. Like I've
Hey,
seen the way you eat.
So
hey, I said a handful. I didn't specify it's gonna be the fucking warden's hand size or yours.
Ivan, please roll me a d4.
The amount of kegs inside his backpack.
You have two medium-sized kegs in there because that is all you can functionally fit in there. Because you have to remember, it can hold a lot, but there's still volume inside there.
Yeah.
So I'll say you have like two like small kegs in there. What kind of
Two
alcohol is
kegs.
it?
What kind of alcohol?
Or is it
I
just
gotta.
water?
No, 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 no. We got like a nice, delicious apple ale. Very good. Made strictly from the Altus pines of the state above the. We're in California, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Made from the highest state of Oregon.
I was gonna say, like, there's literally like a fucking mountain range, like off
Nah,
to the side
no,
of
no,
that.
no, no, no.
So
This is imported. This is imported.
oh, yeah, fair enough. Anyways, you guys can now spend some time either exploring the rest of New Haven, or you guys can go ahead and gather your supplies that were allotted to you at what is it, the ammo stockade? What the fuck did I name it? Yeah, the ammo stockade store.
Do we want to explore that one area that we didn't have time to explore because of our meeting?
So you have the Solstice Retreat. You all went and poked the NHPD. There's the Dead Zone, and then Rats Run.
I think it was that one, no?
I said you guys didn't have enough time to fully explore the Rats Run.
Okay.
Yeah. Rats Run and Ammo Stockade, we haven't done. Solstice Retreat, I don't remember if we did.
No,
No.
you guys have not. That is the large religious center that houses a majority of the new gods that are being worshipped.
Oh. Loki kind of want to learn lore about these gods.
Yeah. As much as I want to, I'm gonna let Ivan do that because I feel like Harvey is more so interested in either checking out either the ammo stockade or the rats.
You could
Rats?
actually,
Rats Run?
Harvey, in your case, because of your new current addition to your background with Alyssa, it may behoove you to at least explore a little bit about the gods, considering you're directly serving.
Yeah, true.
But again, that is up to you. I've basically allotted you basically a 2-day deadline. Y'all have 2 days to do what you need to do, and then get the hell out of town.
Yeah. What to do is the question. Yeah, no, I'll check out the solstice.
Ivan, are you going to accompany him?
Yeah, I think it's. I want to go check out this solstice thing too.
All right.
Well, at least we're all in agreement.
Roll. Who's driving?
I will.
Okay. Ivan, please roll me a d6.
A D6. I bet you got it.
One.
Okay. Okay. No, that's not a bad thing. Roll me an athletics check. Ooh, okay.
2.
7.
Oh, 7.
Um, hey, it takes you a little bit to kind of get everything ready and to like actually get the car to turn over. Apparently it's not fully charged up yet. So you'll end up having to burn off probably about an hour or two just to get the car to finish charging and start up.
Okay.
Because you guys did end up essentially teleporting home. So it was still under cooldown. So after about an hour or two, it seems to finally start up and actually turn over. And you guys end up driving towards the Solstice Retreat.
Solstice Retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What map did I have for the Solstice Retreat? Which one is it? I don't remember. Hold please. I have to find the fucking map. It's not in my damn recently used one. Is it the kilophone? No. No, it's not. Hold on. E E E E E. No, not the air temple. Which one was it? Ah, here it is. Fucking cathedral.
Wait, check that.
Actors, players. We will drop the car here. Boom. And boom. And then Conrad. So, as you guys are driving, it probably takes you about an hour to properly drive up to what looks to be a quite a large converted cathedral. There's marble walls with black inlay between the stonework. It seems like there's also some magic sconces that have been lit around the corridor that act as perpetual lighting for the location. That kind of reminds you of like blue fire. They don't seem to particularly give off heat, at least from what you can tell, as some of them are kind of like pressed against some of the walls, but don't seem to like scorch the walls from the fire. And as you pull up, you actually see two white robed priests with hoods over the head holding censers that kind of flank the entry doors.
Hmm? God's in the middle of a church.
Well, you guys are probably about a good 5 to 10 feet from the actual entranceway. Besides this, the map, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they seem to kind of just calmly stand there and just kind of almost seem to be like standing meditating with their hands kind of clasped together around the handle of the sensors, and they kind of swing slightly due to just natural motion. But they don't really react to you guys. They seem to be content where they are.
Okay. Gotta walk up.
Yeah, walk up.
Just let me right.
Oh. There we go. You gotta left click your token.
I did left click it. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I will. Assume we're just gonna open the door.
The before you do, the priests finally kind of notice your presence and welcome, travelers. Please make yourselves home in the temple of the gods.
Temple of the what?
Temple of the gods. We are the solstice retreat. We house statues and tomes pertaining to the new gods that have decided to grace our lands.
Oh, good. All right. Uh,
Yeah, you have a very bright flashlight, my good sir.
Yeah.
what the?
Okay, I didn't realize this was the damaged one, but it more gives you like a way of actually like drawing stuff for you guys, because I haven't gotten the statues downloaded yet. but it gives me a physical space so you're not just sitting here doing nothing.
Okay.
I get you.
Where is my draw tool? Where's my draw tool? So as you enter, you see, and again, besides the actual way the map looks, you actually see a really nice cathedral. There are wooden, like very nicely carved wooden hues that line the walls. And inlaid set inside of the walls, there are sets of various statues. Some of them humanoid, some of them somewhat animal-like. In fact, there is a set of woven statues, probably in the far right corner, that had one of them made of like a dark marble, and the other made of like a lighter grayish marble. And they seemed almost be kind of like jumping over each other in the air.
What? Wait a sec.
And then for on the left side, on the opposite wall, there's actually a robed bird-like figure, long and curved down silver-line beak made of what looks like silver, with an almost owl-like face, with a somewhat pointed hood that covers its head, with feather covered arms that are kind of um uh like fingers interlaced in a almost like praying position. Those
That
two
one.
you guys could probably immediately recognize as your current patrons.
Mm.
But of course, there are other various statues if you decide to end up walking up to one. Each one seems to have a colored, robed figure praying at each one of them.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to the. I guess Ivan is gonna go to the two wolf statue.
So your statue, draw a rectangle, is right about here, and the bird-like statue is over here. And of course, there's one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. A larger one here, one here, and then quite a large one here, here, and then of course there's this statue right here. Those are all your current points of interest, so to speak.
How many fucking gods are there? I mean, look. Oh shit! I'm inside the statue. Shit. I mean, just look at this one down here.
Are you talking about hold on.
The one in the far corner here. Yes, one of the large ones.
Yeah, this one that I'm pinging.
Yep.
Yeah. So this one, as you look at it, roll me an investigation check.
You got it. In comes a -1. That's an 8.
That not terrible, not great. You're not really sure what this is trying to depict, but at least for what you can see visually, there is a red-robed priest kneeled down, muttering under his breath, seemingly praying quietly. And the statue before you seems to be a large elephant-like humanoid, armed with a massive greatsword, kind of almost embedded into the ground while being held with his left hand. And in the right, there's almost like a large buckler that's affixed to his forearm, letting his other hand free. He has large ebony tusks that come out from beneath where his mouth is, with a pair of red jewels for his eyes. But he seems to be adorned with almost like warrior's armor. Bits of plate mail carved into the marble work, as well as like various other adornments with actual fabric that wrap in between these seemingly inlaid armor plates. And you see at the bottom there's a plaque. Make me a intelligence check to see if you can even read it. Okay, it's in English, luckily enough. This
thank
one is,
God, a language.
yeah, this one is, his name is Scalos. Scalos. Scalos.
All right. I'm gonna put the player notes. Locations. I don't know if that in PFPs either, so hey, there's a way to make a new page. And God. So just put features just in case. Yeah, text. How do you spell it again? SCA what?
LOS. Scalos.
All right. Is there anything else I can read? Like what this guy is the god of, or?
Yeah, he is the guy. There's a little bit at the bottom. Make me another make me a perception check.
Menus. Here you go.
Okay.
19.
So you can see a plaque at the bottom, but before you get a chance to really get closer to see what it reads, the priest actually stands up in a very slow, regal way to not startle you, perhaps, and turns around and does a little bow with his hands in his head. It's like, "Hello, traveler. Are you interested in my patron?"
Wait, you have one too?
Of course. Each of these fine priests help commune with each of the deities that have lovingly graced our planet.
All right then. Good to know I'm not alone in that sense, at least.
Oh?
So,
Do you have a patron yourself, sir?
yeah. Let's see. Can I even see a statue from this long ass hallway?
Make me a
Hey,
perception check.
hey.
That is a 10.
Yeah,
No, 13.
you can kind of see it from there, but only barely. It's still kind of embedded on the wall.
I think he's near the back over there.
Ah, Olessa. See, the god of the weary traveler.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's in the blood. I
What?
need to speak to you for a second.
Excuse me, fine. Pastor, I'll be right back.
Oh, of course. Take your time. I will be here. And he then turns
Yeah.
back around and returns to praying.
I think I can edit these later. What?
Hey, listen. Things are kind of delicate around here. When it comes to mentioning that freaking spirit thing you got on you, don't point out anything else other than you're just a follower of that god. We don't want anybody thinking that we carry them with us.
I mean, yeah. I kind of also get that vibe. Thank God.
As you say this, I want both of you to make a perception check. As you speak it into the ether.
Fuck my life.
That is a 16.
Before.
Unfortunately for you, Ivan, most of these priests know what you're wearing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep a subtlety about it, considering we're literally wearing shit.
And as far as you're concerned, Ivan, these people seem to harm no malice towards you, even with the afflictions.
I
I was about to, I was about to say, do they just think I'm like diseased? Like,
No,
possible. No,
in
no.
fact, quite the opposite. They think you're blessed.
yeah, okay,
Uh,
yeah.
regardless of the
Uh,
situation, I don't really care what they think. I'm keeping my
yeah.
wits about me. Yeah, I got 2 gauntlets, but you never know what kind of people we're dealing with here.
I mean, we're dealing with the church, and
Yeah,
odds are, and considering it's in this fucking town where news gets around like goddamn paper airplanes in elementary school, odds are Rook said some stuff to officials. You think
take it
mayors can keep their mouths shut for more than 5 minutes?
take it from experience. Church is one thing, but they're just one thin line away from actually being a cult. Take it from experience on this one. Not good.
I will mostly take your word on it, because the only experience with cult I've had is a dude who decided to bring a fucking knife to the knuckle duster fight on night on Sunday Night Raw. But all right,
Anyways, I think I will take a look at the big statue all the way in the far back in the middle.
you do that. I'm gonna keep learning about that thing. He's still like a little unsure about names.
Okay.
Anyway,
God,
As you get close to the altar, you actually see a regally robed old man, uh, who's tending to this table you've walked up to with a book in front of it with various little trinkets aligning the desk. There's a nice like deep purple cloth covering the top of it. As he seems to be flipping through the pages deep in what seems to be research. Um Atop his head, he has something almost akin to a wizard's hat. It's wide brimmed, very decorated, very well nicely configured, with various trinkets seemingly pinned into the fabric, matching this purple hue, with seemingly gold trim. His robes are just as regal, with a pair of white sashes that goes around his neck and drapes down his robes. His hands are adorned with various bits of rune rings attached to them. Um, and he seems to be very well kept. And he seems to be both the caretaker of this place, at least from what you can tell from first glance. He's much nicer dressed than everyone else. You would akin to almost like a high priest for this temple. And he then kind of looks up at you and smiles. Ah, yes, traveler. What can I do for you?
hey there, Padre. What specifically is this church for? Just worshiping these animals?
Well, some of the primal gods tend to take on more animalistic shapes. They tend to like some of the creatures from our realm and tend to mimic some of them. Um, Something about taking inspiration from our Egyptian mythology. Some of them more humanoid in nature, some of them more animalistic in others. Uh, but
Hmm.
yes, for the most part, we care for this place and provide a location for various people to safely worship each of their patrons, without any bias or miscontent. Do you have any specific questions about my humble temple?
How long has this church been up?
I would say it was erected shortly after the ascent. A lot of us who were tossed aside by both the military of this land and victims of Gatewatch erected this temple. We more or less converted it and commandeered it. Why do you ask?
Kinda, who am I to judge? But still, I'm just going straight to actually worshiping these goddamn deities, supposedly. How do you guys not know that these guys are actually what started this whole thing?
Well, some of them, which are not allowed in this temple, have brought strife to our lands. But each of these deities, at least to my understanding from their followers, wish to actively help us. Some
Okay.
in various ways and various boons. Some simply just give guidance for day-to-day tasks. But these gods in particular harm no ill will towards humanity.
I count 12. How many other gods are there besides these ones?
In total, there are 24.
So there's half of the gods that aren't even allowed to be here.
That's correct. They're known as the
Oh,
Dark Triad.
our triad. Hmm.
I'm sure you have seen the effects of one of them as of late.
What? You talking about the dragon?
Correct.
Yeah. You're saying that you're saying there's 11 more of them?
Yes, most of them are quite a bit weaker than um, the one currently plaguing us, but you can thank the gods you see here for that. To my understanding, there's checks and balances, much like in our world, in the realm of the primals.
And of course, they invaded our world out of all of them. Hmm.
Come with me. And he will
Sure.
actually walk around his dais and offer his hand to you. Very gentle, as if to beckon you over to him.
All right. Let's see what you got, Padre. What you got to show me?
He gently takes your hand and leads you over towards the large statue that was behind him. This is my patron. This is the god known as Talos, the god of order and a god of balance, uh, much like the ones housed in your hand.
Ah, you notice.
Yes, we have many texts that reference the gauntlets affixed to your hand. The gloves of balance, also known as the gloves of justice, or in other times, the gloves of chaos.
Loves of chaos.
There was a time when the wearing wolves were not always kind to you.
Eh,
But
you guys had.
they are known as the gloves of balance, at least in their current state in your hand. But much like your patrons, mine happens to be the leader of the Triad of Saints, also known as the Primal Guardians.
Don't want any confusion on this, Padre. These ain't my patron. I am blessed by the Holy Church of the Divine Fist.
Meant no disrespect. But the reason I wanted to bring you over here, which, as you look at the statue, it is a man holding a large golden tome, um, with a sun medallion affixed around his neck, again in that same gold inlay. Covering his body is a fine stonework robe that has various purple runes covering. His eyes seem gentle and kind, but in his other hand, he has what looks like a mace, um, adorned in silver. Palos
Pretty.
has informed me that you'd be coming, and
Mm.
I am to give you some information before you depart today.
Oh yeah. About what?
The god in which that seeks the destruction of our land.
Mm. Would that be the big red dragon?
No, that is his current avatar.
Right then, who?
It takes a minute to kind of compose himself, because seemingly speaking the name could be problematic. So this also gives me a second because I actually have to remember his name. His name is Lovo.
Lovo.
Yes. Lovo, the god of blood, the god of carnage, and the god of war.
Could I roll something here to see if I get a flashback in my head?
Give me a wisdom check at advantage because you're going to consume your last wisdom pip.
So I just rolled wisdom twice.
Yes.
Right. And yeah, 15.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like you've heard the name mentioned, but not in any capacity that would seem detrimental. It
Could
almost seems like it would like it's something that's been contained for a while.
I mean, could I just explain what I was gonna go through with
Yeah.
the flashback?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ivan just fucking gets like a searing memory of like not I can't describe the event yet because we're not at the part where I actually describe what happened to his character.
Mm-hmm.
But he just remembers figures of malicious intent, of rotten flesh, just whisper the words of
Okay. And
don't.
additionally,
Mm,
roll me in another wisdom check.
15.
Easily make it. The same voices from your flashback resonate with something of recent memory too. When you guys enter the abandoned mall, the undead creatures that you fought seem to keep saying the same thing. You're not supposed to be here.
Oh god. Voices back then. The voices from the gates. Were they serving this god?
Are you okay, sir? You seem disturbed.
I I think I think we dealt with being we dealt with vestiges. We've dealt with forces that may have been serving that god.
You don't mean he's been having direct influence, do you?
I would think as much. At least either they're under his control, they're under his fellowship, something telling us we're not supposed to be in the area.
Did you hear this from one of the gates?
Yeah, from Not specifically the creatures in it, but from whispers that as soon as we enter it, they just start talking to us.
I
Not
see.
supposed to be here.
So, to my understanding, a large majority of the power that's ripping these gates open are tied to Lovos. He's the main, I guess you could say, antagonist so far. He has quite a bit of power and influence in his dark realm and has been tearing holes in reality for quite some time. This isn't the first time he's invaded another land, but this is probably the first time he's had this much of a foothold. My patron tells me that Lovos is the worst kind of evil you could think. We humans are no strangers to war. We've waged it for years, upon ourselves, upon others. But this is the worst part. He embodies the worst parts of carnage, strife, discord. To him, war is nothing more than a means to an end, and he happily spreads it. But if you heard at least patrons or ex-patrons, as you say, of Lovo, then he's gotten a lot stronger than even we anticipated. We figured he just had his avatar and some lackeys. This sounds much, much worse.
Wait, I have another question.
Of course,
The-
my child.
So these gods are from another realm,
That is correct.
and they chose to invade this one.
Well,
I
like I said, the saints here are more keepers of the boundaries between worlds. The the dark triad are the ones who are always trying to, bang down the door.
right, right. Now my question being, would their realm and our realm be the only realms in existence?
Not quite. How do I best explain this? Kilo, be a dear and come here. I have a question for you. And you see a bright blue robed priestess wander over from the statue, the larger statue over here off to the right, and walk over. Uh, yes, head priest. How did you describe to me how our worlds interact? Oh, um, hmm. You know how whenever you blow bubbles, most of them seem to float off in their own direction, but some will almost stick to each other, but not quite ever intersect? That's kind of how the other worlds behave. Sometimes they just float on aimlessly with, no interaction with anywhere else. Or if there is interaction, it's very sparse and limited. Some worlds, however, are much closer together and sometimes will almost latch onto each other. In our case, the realm of the primals is like right next door to us. And the realm of the dark triad is one of the transient ones. They seem to kind of float around and do their own thing. Sometimes they'll bump into other worlds. We are on the next unfortunate bubble that they have kind of stuck onto for the time being. But at least as far as my understanding, the uh, the realm of the primals is less transient and more it hops between these different bubbles. Sometimes they'll stick to one if it seems it's in danger, or it'll hop to another. Sometimes they'll even split off and protect multiple places and almost pull them together to another one. So I know science has had ideas like, oh, they're like overlapping, or oh, they are just kind of next to each other. It's more of like a room full of floating bubbles that occasionally bump into each other and stick together. And in our case, the Dark Triad has stuck onto ours.
But their end goal's to destroy all other worlds? Why not just
I think the
have
better
one?
word is oh, and thank you, milady. You may go back to your patronage. And the lady priest bows and wanders back off to uh, her duties. But the saint continues and says, um, less destroy and more conquer.
Want to rule these worlds?
Yes, I guess that's probably the bluntest way to put it.
What the hell do they want that for?
Power. In the truest sense of the word, uh, all lives have an amount of life force, an amount of essence. And essence is powerful, has intent, has energy, has purpose. If you can dominate all the essence and purpose in a given place, you control it.
Okay.
And as I
And
said,
that
Lovos is the epitome of a conquering lord. What does he want? Everything. Why? Because he wants it.
with God. More importantly, these 12 gods themselves, they can't just fight it again themselves or push them back. They have to have hosts.
Yes. Unfortunately, our realm is a little particular when it comes to how it can be influenced. Special, if you will. The gods themselves cannot directly influence an area. They must have a conduit, either via people or even sometimes items. Um, they have to have something they can latch onto and imbue their power into to influence a given space. I'm sure you've seen the red crystals. Yes.
Oh, oh yeah.
Who do you think
I've seen
controls those?
Hobo.
Correct.
That bastard.
And of course, the more people who use and spread and consume these crystals, the stronger his influence becomes. For now, he's just spreading, not so much strengthening right
Gonna affect more people, more innocents.
now. Correct. Remember, gods have to obey specific rules. They have to have something to influence this place. And what easier way than essence? Essence of battle, essence of strife, the red crystals.
Wait, if these gods are supposed to protect us, how come they're not holding them back even more? How come there's not other champions? How come they're not being recruited, regrouped, teaming up?
The ones we have had have either been destroyed or lost. You and your patriot over there are probably the two ones we currently know about that are active.
think there's a third one actually.
What do you mean?
The mayor kind of showed us something.
Mayor. Yes. He is the patron of Regos.
Egos. Tiger?
Yes. That's Regeos. Regos.
Yoshi, Tiger.
And the saint actually points to one of the smaller statues over here, actually, which depicts a tiger with a smithing hammer in its mouth, almost like you would a sword, with a flaming forge behind it.
Huh.
Dang. Damn, that's metal as fuck.
That's what it looks like.
This guy like uses. Yeah, sorry, I'm bad. All right, continue.
Yeah, you're all the way over here. You're all the way over there. You're not even part of the conversation right now. Shut up.
Yeah, no, Harvey's just been like in the background, like just looking at all the statues, like just like, damn, this guy's fucking cool.
That's the tiger one. So far, we got 3 of us. What the hell even makes us worthy enough to even have to carry these gods with us?
It's different for each god. Some is kindness, some is heroism, some is justice, some is um bountifulness, being able to bring a good bounty for something. Some is wealth. It is the gods are fickle beings. They will pick who they choose and deem fit for their blessings. Even I
got
don't
stuck.
fully understand some of their motives.
I got stuck with 2 of them. I haven't even done the contract with them. I don't
Well,
trust them.
they're not quite two gods. More like sides of the same coin. You have one of the stronger gods, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The god of
Yep.
protection and balance, if I'm not mistaken. He is the god, the true god of balance. Well, they would probably be a proper word.
Yeah. Telling me about it.
They
Then
are a singular entity, just with two aspects that rotate on a continual dais. You ever heard the phrase, remember which wolf you feed?
yeah.
They are the epitome of that. They are the yin, they are the yang, they are the light, they are the dark. They demand order to chaos.
Mm. Okay. How much history do you know of the gods?
Only as much as my fellow um, priests have indulged me in. I try to keep a record of things. I have various tomes dictating what we do know of each of the gods, but it's not much.
They have a weird theory.
I'm always happy to indulge in theories, by all means.
Alright. I'm thinking 2 halves of the same coin. What if these 2 wolves were once one being?
Hmm. I could believe that.
He said that they were this is their calm form. They have a chaos form.
I would, yes, I believe so. They were not always on the side of good.
Only saying this because there was an old lullaby they taught us at the orphanage. They read to us as kids. Lonely man living the whole of his life by himself. Stricken with loneliness, he took his magical axe and split him into two. The, I don't know, it just seems a little bit too on the nose here. That I was chosen to hold these guys.
Hmm. You believe your past may have something to do with
Hmm?
it. I said you believe your past may have something to do with that.
This feels weird. Feels like I'm familiar with them. With this? Like a weird case of deja vu.
Hmm. I will have to meditate on this. A good point. Please come and see me again sometime. I may have more information for you.
Yeah.
For now, please enjoy your stay as long as you'd like. I must return to my duties.
Alright.
And with that, the priest will usher you away with like a he like gently like puts his hand on your shoulder and kind of leads you back down on into the center of the room. He does so to try not to anger you. You know what I mean? Like an old man kind of like gently like go along now, child.
Yeah. Alright. You done gawking there, long neck?
Just about.
There are other gods that are around this room, including Alyssa and the actual statue towards the god of balance.
Fuck is that one to my left?
This one,
Yeah.
you actually see a a cat-like figure, um, but it's not what you would consider like a domestic cat. The best way to explain it, at least in your eyes, would be if almost like a shark and a cat had a child. Razor sharp teeth, longer snout, a set of almost what looks like gills on the neck, but also it carved into the stone. It looks like black fur. Um, the eyes are a piercing yellow jewels, and with almost like um soft stripage down its back. And at its tail, it comes out to almost a full cat tail, but a little wider at the base to the point, and then like the little fins that come out from the tail. And the ears, there's four of them that kind of splay out a little bit. And behind this cat figure is a what looks to be like a woman shaped similarly. Um, Again, face with those cat-like feet, those features with sharp teeth, with those same eyes, holding what looks um like a bow staff in both her hands in front of her, almost like at the ready. Um, Please make me an investigation check if you can understand the text.
Sure. Nope, not at all.
Am I allowed to do the help action to see if like I can also read it, or
You may help him for a single roll if you'd like to give him advantage if you succeed. If not, I will also allow you to attempt to read it. Like kind of go over his shoulder and read it.
yeah, that's kind of what I was imagining. Like both of us are just looking at the same plaque and seeing if we can understand it.
Yeah, and in fact, make me an intelligence roll and make me an investigation roll. There's a reason I want you to do that intelligence roll.
Intelligence, investigation. Where the hell is it on my sheet? My investigation sucked, but I got a nat 20
You got
on
a
my
nat
intelligence.
fucking 20, brother. You feel the presence of Alyssa step behind you, like a hand on your shoulder, towering over you a little bit, and kind of no one else can even see this but you. And he kind of peers over and looks at the plaque. I was like, "You found my sister."
Your sis. Oh yeah, right. These are your siblings, aren't they?
Her name is Shiso. Shesho. Shiso. She
Is
is
that so?
she is the god of maritime harvest and maritime care. She is also the god of loss.
Uh, Wait, isn't lust a sin?
No, not lust, loss. Loss, god of loss.
Oh,
The god of melancholy, the god of loss, the god of misfortune.
you know, now that black cat theming kind of makes sense.
She's an interesting sibling. She always likes to tease my brothers and sisters. But she's got a kind heart. She helps calm the waves in turbulent seas. I've had her assistance from time to time, ushering poor souls across the rivers of time, so to speak. But she's a kind heart.
Right.
Do you relay this information to Ivan at all?
Harvey will. He's not going to do it as eloquently as Osala will, though, just because he has a much simpler vocabulary, to put it bluntly.
But you more or less wah him what you
Yeah,
heard.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so
Do you
basically,
tell him that Osala is here right now?
I feel like at this point he just doesn't care, since he's more or less like, well, everyone in this room basically knows I'm blessed by God at this point, despite the fact I feel weird about it. So I feel like he's just gonna bluntly say it. By the way, can you see him? He just points at Osala.
So
What are you What are you
some of the
What
priests
the fuck?
okay. For Omi, hold on. Ivan, you cannot see Osala. Nobody can right now. Only person that can see him is Jen. As far as you're concerned, Harvey's just kind
I'm
of
just
pointing
pointing out like a
at nothing.
chandelier.
Yeah,
What
he's just
the
kind of
fuck?
pointing at nothing.
Yeah, there's a freaking wall behind you.
Also, some of the other priests kind of just look at Harvey a little weird, like, is he okay?
Pointing at a damn wall there, idiot.
Are they, Okay, I guess. Okay, I guess this is a me thing, isn't it?
Hey,
Click on-
Jen, I want you to make me a charisma saving throw.
That is an 8.
Oh, you feel the need to go over to the stupid Birdman statue at this point. He's taunting you now.
You know what, Blackout? I'll be right back. You keep ogling at
Yeah, I'm
shit,
done.
Shiso.
Think I'm done
In the
looking at this damn cat. I'm gonna go check out my dogs.
in the back of his mind, or I'm sorry, the back of my mind, I'm trying so hard not to do a "she's so fine" joke.
Isn't she so fine?
It's like, this is my sister. She's so, ma'am, she's so
Yeah.
fine.
As you walk up to Asala's statue, the phantom kind of shimmer of him seems to get a little more clear as you get closer, and at least to you, the statue and the shimmer seem to almost share the same space now, as the statue seems to move in your vision.
Don't bring attention to yourself. You already seem crazy.
Oh, calm yourself. You should be used to the weird stuff by now. There's only so much I am allowed to do in this realm of yours. Cut me a little bit of slack.
Trust me, I cut you all this, cutting you all the slack. I'm also just trying to avoid any more weird eyes.
That's fair enough. You do kind of wear your heart on your sleeve, as they say.
What the fuck else is there to hide? I'm basically a public figure that gets my ass kicked for thousands of dollars.
Is that what you used to do?
You could, if you were able to talk to your brother and sister inside of Blackout's gloves, I'm sure he told those two all about it. Fucking Warforged, Warforged Joe knocked out a tooth, the time a cultist decided to bring a knife to Sunday Night Brawl, the fucking, don't even get me goddamn started on the 5v1 ladder match.
Well, at least as far as I understand, your compatriot has been apprehensive with interacting with his patrons.
Uh, to be
Is
fair,
that correct?
I mean, to be fair, he's kind of the I put my fucking poker hand against my chest so no one can see type motherfucker, you know?
Ah, so he's quite reserved, I see.
Yep.
Well, a little advice from me to you. You may want to get him to open up to them a little more if he wants to get stronger. The fact that he hasn't made a proper pact with them is problematic.
Well, I mean, not exactly sure what you want me to do here. Yeah, the second I walk up to him, he's probably gonna be like, "Oh, what's up, long neck?" and then proceed to throw up spicy chopped cheese in my tusks. Some bullshit. I don't even know where the fuck he got that chopped cheese back in fucking, what was it, Shantytown?
I believe it was the last stop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, hold on. It was yeah, it was the pit stop. My
Yeah,
bad.
pit stop. That's what it was.
Yeah, I have the player notes active at the moment because I was trying to write down as many god names as I could catch during that conversation.
Good man. That's a good player.
I am
Take
gonna be honest though, I kind of missed how to spell Talos and whatever the fuck he was the god of, so I apologize.
it is perfectly fine. He is the god of war, or sorry, Talos. Talos is the god of justice, virtue, and he is also a god of balance.
All right, and then Lovos is the god of blood, if I'm correct.
Blood and war.
I'll leave Carlos blank because I don't have a description at the moment.
You two really only speak whenever you want, huh? Nothing for me today?
I will get
Oh,
to you in a minute, kid.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you in a minute. Don't worry, I haven't
You're
forgotten about you.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just talking to my gauntlets.
Yeah.
They've been fucking quiet.
Oh, they're gonna chime up in like 5 seconds, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Oh, don't you worry. I have something planned for you guys. I need to finish up with Jin here though. But yeah, Osala kind of gets up, again, kind of almost taking form of the statue as he kind of walks around you a little bit. As I've said before, I am the god of the Midnight Traveler. My goal is to usher lost souls to where they belong, be it their home, their purpose, or sometimes even their death. Not a glamorous job, but it does what it needs to be done. Someone has to do it.
Amen to that.
But in your case, your task is quite simple. Continue breaking the crystals to help weaken Lovos and his men. Take down that abhorrent thing he calls an avatar and help your friend close the portals. Do you think I can trust you with this task?
I'd like to go into the whole, oh, this sounds simple enough. It's easier said than done. All that beautiful, psychotic mumbo jumbo, but let's all be fucking honest. That shit was already page 1. So I'm just gonna hit you with I'll do what I can, and if I die, well, fuck it, I die.
Oh, don't you worry. If you are to perish, I will leave a place here in my palace for you. But
Okay.
all right, that is enough with you. Oi, light, dark. Make yourself known already. Quit being a pain in the ass towards your champion. And now, as he says that,
To be honest, as he says that, I'm so tempted to ask Osella, can you let him know that's my job? About being a pain in the ass.
he chuckles a little bit as you say that, and again the apparition will walk over towards Ivan. Ivan, please give me a perception check.
Her. See her. See. 14.
You can see the Osala moving statue right now. Again, no one else is reacting. None of the priests are. As if it seems like they do not see what you do.
What? Wait. What?
Welcome to
I-
my world, bitch.
Ivan just rubs his eyes in disbelief.
He
Yeah, welcome to my world,
gently
bitch.
reaches down, like he towers over you, by the way. I mean, more so than even Harvey does. Like he's a good 8, almost 10 feet tall. And he brings his feathered hand down almost as if gesturing to shake it.
God wanting to shake a mortal's hand. Kind of beneath you, don't you think?
Quite the contrary. It is my job to bring balance to this world. Just like you are. My job is just slightly different. And seeing as I am in that one's hands, as he kind of jerks back and points at Harvey. He then points at your hand. Those two need to wake up already. And as he says that, you hear grumbling from your hands.
Oh, you guys are gonna start with this shit now?
The eyes of your gloves slowly open, and everyone else can actually see this now. They see the eyes opening up as if something's happening, but they don't react. They don't move. They just kind of watch. They can't see Osala, but then you hear behind you the statues move, and
Huh?
both the wolves seem to kind of shake and animate and hop down and look up at you. Oh, cut us some slack, Osala. We were tired. Closing these gates takes a lot out of us. Oh, and our job is not nearly as important. You have a champion. You should talk with him more. You wonder why he doesn't trust you. Yeah, but he's such a stuck-up pain in the ass sometimes.
Really? Me being a stuck-up pain? You guys only show up when you want to.
We show up when we have the energy to do so, man. You think our job is easy? You're not the only thing we have to worry about.
Yeah, you got 11 other brothers and sisters that can actually cover for you for a fucking second.
Yes, and they do, and we're grateful for it. And when we can appear, we do. We're sorry, okay? Our job's not exactly easy. And you actually can see these wolves. They have facial expressions, surprisingly. Like the dark one, which you would assume would be Shadow or Dark, seems a little down. He's like, come on, man, I'm trying my best here. And Light kind of sits up straight a little bit and just kind of looks at you. Like, I do ask you be a little patient with us. We're trying to find more power and strength, but our influence is only as strong as yours. So part of that is talking with us. And because you don't have a pact, there's not much we can really do to help. Those pacts are important. They give us a conduit into your space. Sometimes we have to straight up find you. Those gloves are not a beacon. They're like a lightning rod. If we are able to find it, we can strike it and imbue ourselves. That's about it.
Fine. Let's get on the right note here. My name is. Name is Alexander Dawn.
Alexander Dawn. Nice name. You hear Osala kind of chime in, kind of peering over, watching you two.
Yeah. Been a disgruntled old man. I've been backstabbed, ran through, had my family wrecked. So if I'm a fucking bit grumpy, you would understand why. I know you guys have to deal with your own crap. But that doesn't mean I've had an easy life either.
Oh, we are well aware. Your father wasn't an easy man to talk to.
Hmm?
You heard me. Your father was not an easy man to interact with.
My father? I never had a father. The only people I knew that actually raised me were the monks back at my church.
Oh, you had a father, all right. He just wasn't around. One of the reasons why
Oh, my
we didn't work with him for very
had a dad? I mean, obviously, but You knew my father?
Ah, yes. He was quite an accomplished soldier. But, like some fathers, they chose their job over their offspring.
Telling me I wasn't even 1 year old when the monks found me in the mountains.
That's correct. That's because your dad put you there.
Put his own kid in the middle of the mountains?
Put his own kid in the care of monastery monks. Because he did not feel he was going to be a proper father to you. We disagreed, but what can you do? Morals are sometimes just as fickle as we are.
Wait. Ask a question here?
Of course.
Alright, it's something I had on the back of my head for when this whole mess kind of started. Certain individuals got transformed, changed, physical and outer look, appearance, and such. But for me, kind of always looked like this ever since I was a kid. Oh,
You always had a latent connection with the primal realm.
in
One of the
connection.
reasons we took interest in you.
What? I affected in a way? Wait, it
You
also brings
wonder.
the question:
Hmm?
who's my mother?
That, unfortunately, we have yet to figure out. We don't even. Which then begs the question, how is it you're so good when it comes to combat? You've always been a prodigy. You've always been good at finding things. You've always been very perceptive in more ways than one.
I
We
guess it
always
all
figured
started.
it was just trained talent, but we figured that latent spark inside of you may have done so otherwise.
I don't know really what to tell you. I received. I was very durable as a kid, and hardly anything could scratch me. The monks didn't keep all the kids, and they trained them in combat, but I took a liking to it. Practiced a bit, even though I didn't care for the whole morale of the church. But couldn't even learn the sacred light fist like all my masters had. Never do that. But then I took an interest in being a hero once I met my master. First time I ever saw him rolling up on the city. That's when I knew I wanted to be just like him. The man that protects the weak. Those that don't have anybody else to fucking protect them.
Master Funk. We are familiar
Yeah.
with him.
Oh yeah.
He
Surprised he's not a.
he has a patron of his own.
What the? It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't have one.
Unfortunately, we are not allowed to talk about that. He would get mad at us.
Yeah, he would be scary enough to actually scare the gods.
Oh yes, he can be quite terrifying when he wants to be, but he's a good man.
Hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of about about that about that pact. I know we keep bringing it up, but it's kind of important for us to at least talk about it. You don't have to say yes or no. Just hear us out, okay? Look,
I'm listening.
the pacts are much like any other contract. Both parties need to, for the most part, agree to it. Uh, what is his name? Harvey, right? Harvey knows about this. You have to agree to these. They're not one sided. And we're not asking you to, kill your damn firstborn. We're just asking for trust and asking to let us help you. Remember, we gods have a job and a duty to prevent the forces of darkness from making everything go even more of a shit of a handbasket than it already is. It's our job. Ours in particular, in fact. Our job is to maintain balance between realms. And it's kind of hard to give our champion for this realm proper access to our powers and our support without a pact, a binding contract.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least think about it.
Listen, I don't know exactly what it entails to be God, but I know that not all gods are good. I know they have hidden agendas, things that they don't give to the information more because they can't handle it as such. But yeah, I'll consider it, but I ain't taking it.
That's fair, I guess. I mean, at the very least, you heard me out. It's a start, I guess. Again, the wolf's ears are like splayed back, and he's kind of sulking a little bit. For
I mean,
once, he's not trying to be a pain in the ass, as like his tone usually is. He's being a little sincere for once. And if anything, Light's the one who's being stern in this conversation.
don't take offense to this, but having the chaos gods, knowing that in my hands you're actually controlled, who's to say that you're not gonna lose control and use me to fucking destroy you? To control.
Simple, we can't. That that side of us has been lost. And that was our choice. We discarded that part of us long ago. We were not proud of what we were doing. And I'm not asking you to forgive us or even like us for that matter, but we would ask that you understand. Just like any old movie TV villain, as you humans would say, there is some amount of good that can come of it. The difference this time is we're trying to redeem ourselves. We once brought chaos and strife to the land. We wish to right our wrongs and to do some good with our existence, much to Lovo's discomfort. And I tell you right now, I don't can't say the same for Dark, but I love seeing that piece of shit squirm.
Yeah. Not
But
doing it. Not now, at least.
at least think on it. Anyways, unfortunately duty does call. We need to close a couple of rifts in the neighboring area. We will be back soon, but at least think over what we've talked about. And as Light says this, the statues of Light and Dark hop back up on their pedestal and almost seem to return to their original states as the eyes in your gauntlet then close once more.
Ugh. What a fucking headache with everything today.
Oh, and here I thought the pact would have finally been sealed. Oh well, I can hope. Anyways, gentlemen, I believe I have stayed my welcome enough. You two keep doing the good work, and a message before I leave. Tell your big hulking man that he should trust his instincts more. Anyways, ta-ta. And Osala will then walk back to his statue location, and the statue returns to its original shape as Osala then leaves the conversation.
Yes.
Ugh,
Alright, so,
these gods are kind of a mess, aren't they?
who the fuck is it?
This
What
mission's gonna be taking a long one.
What do you guys do?
Uh,
Uh,
for now, I think Harvey would just like after that little detour with Shisa, I think he would try to like figure out the rest of the gods just in case we run into any more patrons.
Okay. Here, I'll actually make it easier on you guys. Give me 1 sec. Let me get my draw tools. Um, let's see. Select drawings. So deactive, deactive. Y'all talked about this one. We've talked about this one.
center one in the top.
And yeah, and the one at top, which is Talos.
Yep. In my notes, I have Osala, who is me, Scalos, the elephant, Rigos, the tiger, Light and Dark, the wolves, Shiso, the. I just put catfish because I don't know how the hell else to describe that.
Yeah.
Fair.
And I didn't get what Talos looked like, so I just put harrowing as his god
Oh,
description.
he a purple robed scholar
Alright, I'll
is
just put
probably
it as
the
scholar.
simplest description to give.
Yeah, because I just keep it as like simple descriptions like, oh,
Oh.
this one's an owl and he's a god. This one's an elephant. He is the god of blank blank and stuff like that.
The one in the middle on the left, the top one, or not the very top one, but I guess the middle one.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
talked about that's the tiger one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rigos.
Yeah, that's Rigos.
If you want to keep on looking at them, you go for it.
Yeah, might as well. I mean,
But
enough.
So
Considering
so
us, you
far,
have enough.
so far, Jin is being the lore keeper right now. So I'd say roll with it because some of these gods are pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, listen. And plus, considering. Actually, I'll just say this in character real quick. Listen, Blackout. Considering the fact that there's three of us in one fucking car, there's probably a decent chance we're gonna run into another one of these fuckers. Uh, no, no offense. And he just like kind of like claps his hand like a prayer, trying to say no offense in case anyone heard him.
Yeah, some of them will actually put their hand up and waving like a dismissive manner. It's like it's okay. We get it from time to time.
Thank you. Anyway, so I mean, like, what's the shit? What's the harm? Maybe we could even recruit them to help. Or actually, that'd probably be a shit ass idea.
Actually,
I guess they just
without me needing to take a like wisdom roll for it, Rigos is on your side. Rigos is active has given you a quest. That wasn't just a request from the Rook. That was Rigos giving you a quest.
yeah, like it's like I mean, fuck, we could might as well like spot the signs early. Like fucking,
let me tell
I
you
have
this.
that. I have I have the owl Osala, and I have this shit stuck to my arm. You have the wolves. Fucking obvious. You kind of can't hide these anymore. And he just like signals to his arms.
Listen, it's in the block from a member of a church. Praying to the gods does no good to you. It's just wasted breath, wasted words on false hope.
Buddy, trust me, I wasn't really much of a religious man before getting this shit. I'll save the apologies for later. Later, as he looks at his hand. But I'm just saying, considering there's three of us now, there's a decent chance that one of these guys may have picked how do I say this eloquently without getting fucking my ass kicked again? Less than suitable patron. So might as well just spot early signs. Like fucking, when you shift your left foot like this, it means you're gonna throw a haymaker. Spot shit like that, except, you know, physically.
That's I got something to share with you. You done over here looking at these little fucking statues. I'm gonna be outside doing smoke with fucking Warden.
Hey, I'll meet you outside as soon as I can, Blackout. Keep that head on a swivel. And with that, I am going to start checking out the rest of these statues.
All right, take your next statue.
Yep. I'm just gonna go in like a U order around
Okay.
the building like this.
Make me
So,
an investigation check, please.
You got it. Where the hell is that stat? Here we go. That is a 9.
Okay. You can read out the name Egos. EGEOS.
Right? Egos, the. Alright.
He is the god of gold, the god of wealth, the god of prosperity. It is a it looks like an anthropomorphic eagle wearing like almost like merchant's clothing. And we're talking like old school merchant's clothing, by the way, like Eastern European.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured. Don't worry.
Yeah, merchant's clothing, with like a coin bag in one hand, and it looks like the like strands of like silk in the other.
Okay. All right. Okay, so if we ever run into this dude, probably look out for someone rocking some heavy ass chains. And for the uninitiated, I'm not talking like prison chain. I'm talking like straight gold chain around the neck, but embedded in the skin. In this case. Alright. And like I said, I'm just gonna go around the room like this, just so that way when I get here, I'll just be able to have a quick shot to the room. So on to this duder. Or dudette. I don't know what they are yet. Go investigation check.
Yeah. Oh, that one's pretty good. This is the goddess Dacilla. Dissila.
D Disila.
No, Dissila.
Oh, I missed an S. Okay. Disila,
the god of laughter, celebration, and birth. And she is wearing like a regal dress, almost like almost form fitting. The best I can think is like a what is it? You know that dress that the silver haired lady wears from The Incredibles?
Yes.
Kind of like that. With her hair drawn back into like a bun with like a hairpin back in it, holding what looks like a goblet in one of her hands and her other hand outstretched.
All right. I'll just press Eagle. Yep. All right. Interesting. Okay, so I don't think she would choose a bad person, considering what she's the goddess of. Though, just in case, I'll have to look out for, like, I don't know, a goblet or a happy mask or some shit, maybe? Okay, next up. What does the Pokédex say about you? That's an 8. I don't think this is gonna do well, but
This is the god Dusan. Dusan. Dusan.
yeah, simple enough.
This is the god of death, the god of rebirth, and the god of winter.
All right.
It is a hooded figure that you cannot discern its face no matter how hard you try.
You know, considering the considering where I grew up, this is kind of just about how I imagined death to look like. It's just missing a scythe.
And
Probably wouldn't.
strangely enough, this is one of the few gods that doesn't have a patron attached to it.
Yeah, like this is. Don't get me wrong. This is more or less an excuse to just get to know at least the triad of the order, or I believe that's what you called it,
The
and just get
triad of
that noted
saints.
down. Saints, thank you. Fix that.
Their name known to Earth or you guys are the Primal Guardians, but their
Yeah,
official name is the Triad of Saints.
yeah. Like this is more or less an excuse for me to get to know what these gods relatively look like. Because I'll be honest, I'm probably gonna get the Tism and then have like a faint drawing of each one, or
Fair
at
enough.
least attempt to. But in character, it's hard. You going like, okay, so that's your name, that's your physical features. So if you had a patron, you probably have some shit on the left leg that looks like it's made of snow. You know, kind of like that, just in case, like, midway through Area 5, we run into, like, I don't know, Shiso trying to pickpocket us or some shit. Or Shiso's patron. Just, like, he's just trying to prepare for a fight before it happens, is all.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And with that, 3 more to go. I almost hit the wrong key. Alright. I am almost misclicking everything today. I almost hit intimidation. That's a 14.
Yes, you intimidate a statue of a god.
Come on, talk to me. Your bird brother did it already. I know you can talk. But yeah, 14. Who is this man or woman?
This
Or beetle.
is the goddess Corvanus. Corvonas.
Oh, and yes. Okay.
She is simply the goddess of what was her fucking name? What happens when you have so many gods that you haven't gotten the paper for because you forgot where it is?
Yeah, don't worry. I have the same problem with my main villains in another campaign. Could
Um, she's actually the goddess of combat. The goddess of honor and the goddess of nobility.
Huh.
She embodies
Wonder Girl.
respect. She Wonder Woman is the best way to explain it. She is actually more Athena. Think more Athena.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say, huh, I always wondered where Greek scholars got Athena's looks from.
And she is actually wearing a mix of fabric and armor, armed with a like a long sword that she has held in outstretched in her hand. And weirdly enough, she has canine like features. Think almost Anubis coated.
All right.
Very regal, very well dressed, holding out a sword with like a dog head. Very slender face and body. But she's basically a god of honorable combat.
You know, Asala, I like this one. This one seems cool.
She can be a pain in the ass sometimes.
You do realize who you're talking to, right?
I mean, as in, like, the stern business woman kind of pain in the ass.
Ah. Well, fuck. There goes. Well, there goes my admiration for a fair fight. Anyway. Next up is this dude in the corner. That is unfortunately an 8.
This is the god Luto. Louto.
Yep.
He is the god of secrets, the god of information, and the god of knowledge. What you see before you, at least from what you can discern, is a kind of an older looking gentleman with um a battle axe, kind of being leaned on by him, like he's kind of like perched up, like leaning against it, um with a like a wide brimmed hat kind of tilted down over his face with like a long beard, wearing kind of like a tunic.
You know, if it wasn't for the fact that this dude uses an axe and not his fists, I could see this fucker being Blackout's patron instead of the wolves. Just because of the what he's the god of. Alright. And final god on the menu. This one here. Nat 20.
This is the god Toromundus. Toromm or Toromondus.
Okay, T-O-R-O. Shit. Tormendous, right?
Mundus, yeah.
I'll,
Mondus. Toromundus.
I'll fix it later when
Yeah.
we actually have time.
He is the god of summer, the god of harvest, and the god of tomorrow. That last little bit puzzles you a little bit, but I won't tell you. But with that, even with that roll, you can't discern of why. And it almost seems like the last bit is like barely legible. Like
What
either
is he,
it's
the
been
god of the rising sun when you're waking up in the morning?
what is that fucking song? The song of the rising sun.
Here comes the sun.
No, I was thinking more of like, oh god, it's Vietnam all over again. But no, he's a harvest god.
All right. Yeah.
What you can
Okay.
see though is he is a young looking god actually. And he seems to almost resemble a bit of a bear. Um, Fur covers up his arms, his hands are kind of clawed, standing upright, holding what looks to be like an old school plow. Um, with like the biggest shit eating grin on his face you can think of coming from an anthropomorphic bear.
Gotcha. All right. Note to self: be wary of giant hairy motherfuckers. Wait,
Wait a
I just
minute.
expect. Wait a fucking minute.
That's
This
Harvey.
looks.
Wait a minute.
What I said, big hairy.
Not big heavy. So what you
No,
talking about Conrad now, huh?
yes, because he doesn't know what Conrad's patron is, so the second he says, "Be keep an eye out for big hairy motherfuckers," his head immediately cocks to the door. Like, wait a fucking minute.
That's bold of you to assume that he has one.
I mean, didn't he get vines out of nowhere on his horns?
You don't know what that's from.
I mean, he's gonna assume it's a patron because, again, similar shit happened to my right hand, and now I have a bird god in my head.
Assume what you want, man. Until the DM reveals what he's got.
Yeah, that like Harvey's immediately assuming that Conrad has a patron. I
Again,
don't know.
assumptions, man, assumptions.
Listen, I am playing an asshole. I'll make all the assumptions I want because I am an ass. By the way, real quick, before I leave the building, what was Scalos and Regos the gods of again? I didn't catch that. Uh, like, I know Scalos is an elephant and Regos is a tiger. I just forgot what they're the gods of specifically.
Scalos is another god of combat. He is uh he's actually a god of combat, celebration, and spring.
Okay. And what was Regos again?
Rios is the god of creation and the forge.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to fill out that sheet since those two names were blank on my end. All right, and that is all the.
He's also the god of fall.
Yeah, let me also add that. All right, but yeah, my little side adventure's done. Ivan and Ivan and Conrad, feel free to take it away. I am gonna just quickly be editing a little bit of this document now.
As you guys finish up and you finally exit out, kind of writing in a little notebook, just kind of jotting your thoughts down. Conrad and Ivan are literally sitting there smoking, just kind of just chilling. And in fact, Conrad still seems kind of out of it from the fight at the last gate. whatever energy he tapped into seems to have done a bit of a number on
little
his
bit of
body. He
worse.
hasn't quite recovered.
A little worse for where there, Warden. Doing good?
I will be all right with some proper rest. The last couple of days have taken quite a toll on me. And whatever this power is that I have seems to demand quite a bit from
Telling me. You know, light work show. Finished over there, long neck.
Yeah, just about.
me. You
Still
guys,
not entirely sure what to look for the shit, where the fuck did I write down? The God of Death. Here we go. Still not sure what physical qualities to look for in this Dusan motherfucker, but
you did not roll
I'm
high
sure it'll
enough.
come up. Yeah, no, I'm aware. I'm not asking Osala or anything. I'm just stating this shit out loud.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
don't know what characteristics to look for with this Dusan motherfucker. All I know is that he's the God of Death, and yeah, he kind of fits the memo when you look at the robes.
Well, are we done here, gentlemen? Do we need to do anything else before we stock up for our venture?
I mean, I'd like some ammo.
It seems you know, stock anyways for everything. Bad.
This
Right, Warden. So
Yes?
so in the church over there, they got a couple of these deity gods, whatever. Apparently they're fighting a war against, I guess a better term, their other brothers, the evil twins. Not twins, but evil versions, evil gods.
I see.
The god statues, some of them at least, spoke to us. That the padre in there told us a bit. The main guy, biggest baddie, named Volos.
Hmm. So you're
That's the
telling
lead.
me the thing, the one that's been causing all of our damn problems as of late is a god.
A god of war specifically, and can't necessarily host people, give or take, like uh, long neck of me, through the form of powers or equipment, but he more or less spreads his evil through the red crystals.
I see. I did wonder
which
why it
I
seemed like those things gave off so much malice for just a small crystal.
Telling me,
you'd be surprised. Apparently, the thing in the god in my head says I'm able to destroy them shits or
Oh,
something adjacent to them.
interesting.
what you saw from mine, I'm able to actually close gates.
Ivan, roll me a knowledge check, if you will.
Yeah, you got it. History, yeah.
Yeah, roll me a history check.
Damn.
You can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel like that your ability to close these portals right now is not very easy, and you cannot do it very often. You're not sure the exact specifics of it, but you feel like with the conversation you had with your patrons, that as long as you're not contracted with them, closing them is going to be more difficult than if you were.
So, unlike long neck over here, this is the second time my god, I guess I'll call it for now, offered me to seal the deal on the contract to let them fully make me their host. I declined it again. Apparently, they can let me use partial power of theirs to close the gate, but not as frequently as they're popping up.
Well, if I know anything about how these contracts seem to work, it makes sense. If you're not directly aligned with them properly, assuming you can only use a very small amount of their power.
But I'm not really so sure about trusting these damn gods.
Well, I'm not going to tell you to just willingly sign a contract with them, but I understand your concern. I too do not fully trust these gods myself, regardless of my current condition. But so far, haven't seen any reason to distrust them wholeheartedly, at least for now. Osala, I believe his name is, the one attached to Cinderblock over there. I believe he's at least been helpful.
Yeah, to his own means.
Harvey's just in his own world, scratching his chin, like, is this fucker blessed by the summer god? I mean, it would make sense. It's like, yeah, Osala's been helpful, right? Right, Cinderblock? Why the fuck are all the pieces lining together yet don't make any fucking sense?
They picked this guy to be a fucking champion. Ugh. I'm not one to talk. They did tell us to tell you, Warden, to trust your gut and your senses a bit more. Not sure what that was about.
Surely they had a good reason to tell you that. I have been, the best way to explain it is I've been reluctant to use some of my powers, whatever these are, just because I don't really know where they come from, what they do. Concerning.
Seem to be taking quite a bit of a toll out of you, though. You look drained.
I do not feel myself, unfortunately.
Some electrolytes. You can get plenty from the town. At least recover some yourself.
We should probably go stock up.
Yeah,
I can,
say this genuinely out of character. I would also like to stock up because at the moment I am currently sitting at 2 healing potions, and 12 shells. And I am scared if we run into a fight encounter next session.
Question, though. How much do you know about Watch?
enough to dislike them. Quite a bit.
You know about the D-Day?
You mean the
Not
Ascent?
Omaha.
That long neck. What were you saying, Warden?
The Ascent?
Nah. The Doomsday event. Or at least the Doomsday mission.
Oh, I see. The one from 10 years ago, yes?
Yeah.
I know a little bit about it, but a lot of those files have been unfortunately redacted. Most of them are top secret. Fortunately, I'm not privy to a lot of that information. That would be more of a question for Cold Snap, if he's even willing to disclose that.
That, or you can just ask somebody that actually was there.
What do you mean?
As he said that Ivan's pulling out like from his neck like a necklace that holds like a card, and he just like rips it off of his neck and he just hands it to Harvey to take a look. As he's looking at it, it's a it's a watch identification card for a General Alexander Dawn, and right there next to the name is the picture of what is clearly Ivan.
Wait, you were there?
Yeah. Remember the old Omega team? The best of the best?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, a good majority of them actually tried to stop what happened that day.
That's what they told you? Nah.
That's what some of the files that I have access to said.
Alright. Sit down, boys. I'm about to fucking open your minds to something.
Uh, okay. And he just
Alright.
kind of takes a seat on the hood of the car.
Alright. My alias that I use that you guys know me as. Ivan Blackout Boy. Real name? Alexander Dawn. Former general of Omega Squadron for Watch. Former because, you know, Omega Squad got eliminated, so they thought. That day, the Doomsday mission, I was leading that mission. My commander, Funk, he was out searching and patrol for an airplane holding it steady for us to evacuate. The mission was simple. Go into Sector 3 and retrieve some scientists. What they didn't tell us, the driver didn't stop at Sector 3. We went all the way to Sector 8. What we thought was going to be an easy pissy escort mission out of there turned out to be the worst thing that you can imagine. Crystals busting out the ground, non-stop beasts eroding from them, bats flying out of nowhere, each with piercing red eyes. We were trained to kill creatures like these before, but not to this extent, not to this many. We made it to the facility. We had to breach open the gate. Not a regular gate, like the actual building gate that held the laboratory to retrieve a professor, scientist of sorts, the one that was working on a certain weaponized project. One by one, we came in, we patrolled, we heard voices. Next thing you know, caught Sarah. Where they dragged her, I don't know. Then they got Eric. Then Thomas. Bryce. Down to everybody but me and my best friend, Michael. We were exploring through the whole facility. We found the professor. He was mauled, desecrated. And as we turned back to see what happened, we just heard growls. Only two things came out of fucking events. The voices. We're hungry. And Bolos. As we turned around, we saw them. Every single last one of our mates. All of them turned into these carnivorous beasts, tearing us asunder. We had to fight back. I had to kill all my teammates. From the fight itself, me and Michael got out of it almost unscathed from what we thought. They got Michael. They bit him. That's how we know. Anything with the red crystals bites you, it infects you. Before he even lost his mind, with tears in his eyes, he said, "Don't let me become one of them. For the love of God, please take me out." So I did. Conveniently, not even 5 minutes later, a whole group of watch soldiers came in barging, looking at me. They were just saying, "What? You just sabotaged the mission? You killed your whole squad? Why'd you do it?" They were apprehending me. They took me out the building. All these creatures, They were shot down. All of them like it was nothing. I was set up. Everything was fucking staged. They let my team into a slaughterhouse. The next couple days passed while I was incarcerated. The fucking warden told me that I was to be executed for treason against my team. Said that I was the one that killed them all. That I was working for an opposite faction to go against Watch. They just wanted a scapegoat. Something to test out this fucking virus and seeing what it can do against the best soldiers possible they had. On the day of execution, Funk came in, exploded my wall from my prison cell, and let me out of the fucking facility. I spent the better half of 2 years faking my death, joining the police force under a new alias. Unfortunately, I found out Watch killed everybody at my orphanage. My family, the monks, the whole town that I grew up in was dead, with the exception of 2 siblings that I grew up with. The brother I called, his name is Buford T. Gaines. Uh, Twice as 3 times the annoyance actually of more than you, long neck. And my sister, Nellie Dawn. She unfortunately had the benefit of having to run away of all this mess. She found me later on, finding out that I was alive, took the last name Boyle, and stayed with me for the better half a year. One day I got back, saw my door ripped off its hinges, scratch marks, bullet shots, and my sister missing. The only thing I found was a fucking patch for Watch. I'm only letting you guys know because on the dossier I got from the police department, it said that my sister was safe. I intend to find her and get out of here. I ain't fully committed to helping out this state. At least, that was my idea at the beginning. I'm telling you this right now just to get some clarity, just so we have everything straight.
Mm. It's quite the ordeal you've been through.
Yeah.
I understand your reasoning to keep it well guarded.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. As you were talking about like how your troop got turned into horrifying beasts through the crystals, Harvey just kind of looks at his right hand and has a flashback to how he first got crystals and the fact that he had his chest blown open, went into a rage, and had what felt like crystals going through his veins at that point. It's like, oh shit.
Yes, in the block. You got them crystals in you too. That's why I said don't trust your gods. You don't know what their true agenda is. No. To answer any questions, I'll have one thing to say beforehand. I'm not Alexander Dawn anymore. He died. I am and forever will be Ivan Boyle. Till this day. Anything that you want to ask?
Harvey, Ivan, give me some perception checks real quick.
Oh, right. There's still like 1,500 priests in this building.
I got a 21.
Is a 13.
Harvey, you don't see it, but Ivan, you barely make out a feminine silhouette behind Conrad with just a curt nod, and then almost as quickly as you can see the silhouette, and you blink, it's no longer there.
fuck was that?
Isilla?
Nah,
No, I'm
it
not
was
saying that
some.
in character. Just like,
I
sorry.
thought I saw somebody behind Warden.
Warden kind of looks up and looks around. What are you on about, man?
Did
I got
did
like
Osala chime in again? Where the fuck is he?
Nope.
nah.
Osala's quiet. So is Ivan's gauntlets.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Alright.
honest. Every time someone mentions like, I swear I saw somebody and I'm going crazy, he's just gonna assume that Osala wants to say something. Just
All
fucking
right.
start looking around.
Um,
Any questions by any chance?
Conrad seems to be like kind of leaning on the back of the Humvee, kind of just rubbing his brow a little bit and just kind of taking a moment to think. Like, so what you're telling me is that 10 years ago, before the ascent even happened, Watch was already experimenting on the very things we are trying so fucking hard to get rid of.
The specifics were simple. They were trying to control it, to turn it into a weapon that they can use against something, or at least in this case, I think, to control the world, possibly. We were the top of the top, cream of the crop, best agents available, Warden. We could handle 100 men by ourselves. And we went in there and we got torn to shreds by the same weapon they trying to control.
Ugh, getting a headache just thinking about this. Before I became a watchdog for ARAT, I was a mercenary. I worked as a recon scout for a paramilitary group. I took all kinds of odd jobs, your typical mercenary work. But even I caught wind of that massacre. And at the time, I just thought it was, oh, look, it's Watch yet again being a pain in the ass. And didn't think much of it outside of that. But what you're telling me is for the past 10 years, we have been trying to hunt these fuckers down. They may be the exact root cause of the ascent to begin with.
From the dossiers that I was able to obtain, being fucking squad itself, the crystals imbue the body with a natural power and tremendous amount of it. But if the host can't control it or contain it, it bursts out. The person loses their mind, and they only have one goal: infect.
So when we've been seeing some of these lieutenants inject themselves and then lose control, that's the crystals taking over.
Yeah. Look, little lackeys, they can't handle them like the first time we faced the squad. But the lieutenants, their bodies and minds have been trained to handle certain conditions. I want to say when they get the injection of it, they get somewhat of a better control, but they still let their psyches run amok.
At a loss for words. This is horrendous.
I'll help out as much as I can. But my goal has always been find out where my sister's taken and for us to get the fuck out of here, regardless if I complete my contract with Bats or not.
Very well. Understand. Well, I don't agree with letting this land fall to what's become of it. I do understand. I will help for what I can, as long as it does not interfere with my mission.
What about you, Cinderblock? You seem very shock and awe right now. What's going on in that noggin?
Quite a bit, in all honesty. Can form a watch. Recent discovery of what the crystals can truly fucking do. Fact that I don't know what the fuck is going on inside my damn blood now. This whole shit with your sister. Fucking A. Makes me wonder if I'm
You,
gonna wake. Makes me wonder if I'm gonna wake up and the doctor's gonna be like, "Oh, congratulations, you survived a coma from 16 men with steel chairs." Crazy fuck. Some shit like that.
what was the reason you actually signed the contract there, Harvey?
Oh, well, simple. I want to get this mission done quick. I want to get my life back together, and I may or may not be a bomb.
Get your
Oh,
life
yeah.
back together?
You haven't told them about the fact you're a walking bomb, have you?
I have not, and the fact that I even singled out the fact that he wants the whole "get my life back together" thing. It's like he's a
Bomb
bomb.
thing.
Nah,
Nah, that's
nah.
nothing.
I'm sorry. Get your life back together, motherfucker. You get beat with
Oh,
chairs for a living.
no, this time, Conrad kind of swivels about towards Harvey. Like, I'm sorry, you're a what?
Yeah. So, how the fuck do I explain this the way Osala did? So, you guys know how I tend to get pissed, right? The whole that shit that turned the Minotaur into a red paste on the floor, that other bee, so to speak.
You went full berserker mode. Yeah. What about it?
So apparently that's a mix of my natural anger, my half orc anger, and Crystal saying, "Hey, fuck this person in particular." In
Do
that
you
combo,
would you like me to explain it in DM terms to them?
uh, yes, please. I'm explaining it in Harvey terms, where like
So,
he dumbs it down to
yeah,
like slurs and stuff. But yeah,
to put it into proper terms, the um he at one point, and this is before he ever signed the contract, was exposed to primal energy. He has primal blood running through his veins. Um, Unfortunately, most mortal beings are not supposed to survive that shit. And he's been able to both physically and metaphorically keep a lid on it. But as you've noticed, when he goes to half HP or almost goes down, it explodes outwards. As per Osala's contract, he has imbued his arm with his crystalline power. That arm is, in a sense, an extension of Osala and is keeping the quote unquote bomb in check, allowing him to properly vent steam, the metaphorical steam out of it healthily. Hence why he's able to imbue himself with certain aspects. Without that contract, probably after about another year or two inside the Ascent Zone, with the amount of primal and magical energy that naturally flows through this place, he would eventually be the equivalent of a 10 megaton bomb.
Yeah. And with the DM description out of the way, just imagine Harvey said some of that with a lot more swearing and with a lot less eloquence. So yeah, in layman's terms, it was either take the deal and make the mission easier, or pray to God I live to see tomorrow, considering if I get pissed one more time without this thing, I take out half the country with me.
Damn it.
I have to ask, Harvey, are you good? Because that's a lot of pressure. That one wrong move without this contract, and you could essentially wipe half of the population in this place.
Like, yeah, it's a lot, but at the end of at the end of the day, Osala said he could mostly keep it in check. So who knows? Maybe I could contain the explosion, so only I'm the one who ends up a shadow on the floor.
I
Wait, that
know
begs
that.
the question. Why does your contract require you to break the red crystals then? I assume it's more than just it's bad, break it, right?
It's more or less an extent to the contract to keep the power flowing. Because take my words with a grain of salt. Because I'm gonna be honest, I've been losing a lot of blood the past couple of weeks, so my head's a little fuzzy. The crystals are what allow the evil fuck ass god that we're supposed to kill spread his influence and evil shit all over this planet and world. I have the power, well, much like how a fuck ass short stack over here has the power to close gates. I have the power to take the crystals and say, "Hey, go home and never fucking return," or
Wait,
something along those lines. I don't fucking remember.
so he can close the portals. You can more or less cleanse the crystals. So they've given us
Pretty
both
much.
tools to fight against the coming tide. Why do I have a
Yeah.
feeling there's a reason why I can channel the power I can channel?
I mean, do you have a god in your head? I saw one that kind of resembles the power you just used.
Mm, no. I mean, I have been hearing weird, funny voices.
You don't wanna.
I mean, I've been having weird dreams as of late, but not voices.
Your
I mean,
dreams.
I would I would say that's where it starts, but you're also talking to the man who gets CTE, so take that however you will.
Your dream. About what?
They're they're hard to explain. You ever have like a dream that's vivid, but the moment you wake up, you can only remember fragments, and you more or less remember a feeling rather than an event?
Yeah.
Every time I fight, why?
The dreams that I wake up from in like sweats. Like, the kind where you have a bad dream and after you basically, soak the bed in sweat. I get those.
Yeah.
Only difference is I wake up like with pride. Like I did something good. I don't quite understand it. And of course, I mean, you've seen it. I've been able to channel something. Vines grow across my body. I seem to be able to channel something, I mean, for the lack of a better word, primal, something innate, something from the earth itself.
Something like a harvest? He's still on the
I will smack you with the back of my gun. Quit that. I don't believe it has to
I
do
have
with
been.
that.
I'm sure both Blackout and myself and your own testimony can, in the past week, can determine that I've been hit with significantly worse.
That's fair. But no, I don't think it's that, because it's okay. You're a fighter, right? You've been in some prize fights before. When you win
Pretty
those,
much.
you have a sense of accomplishment, right? You know, pride
Yep.
that wells up in your chest. Think of that feeling, but it's every time I wake up from one of those dreams. That's what I feel. Like,
You wake up
pride.
saying I'm a champion while clutching your bleeding liver.
I mean, no, but you're on the right track. More of, I wake up with a sense of pride and purpose. Like, I can fight the next day. I can handle the next task. I don't wake up in fear. I wake up with purpose. It's bizarre. I I can't even fully explain it yet. And as I channel this power more, those feelings seem to be coming stronger. I don't know if that's good or bad, but now that we're on the subject, I thought you guys should know. All the cards are kind of on the table at this point.
I'm sorry, Harvey is still convinced there's like a dormant god in the back of his head that he's just not acknowledging. So he's just kind of looking over the notes.
It's just like, let me in. Let me in.
It's like the freaking monkey in the Selby with the freaking dun, 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 dun. It's like violently shaking Conrad's fucking brain door, like, let me in!
But yes, I have been having strange dreams as of late. And again, this power seems to be only growing stronger as we continue. And it does take a lot out of me still to use it. Perhaps it has something to do with these primal guardians, and like we have discovered before, the packs are important. Perhaps until I figure out what this power is and either harness it or make a deal with whoever is providing it to me, I may end up continuing suffering some amount of backlash for overusing it. It's the only conclusion that I can draw. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm smart, but even there are some things out of my understanding.
Hmm. Well, if you get another power from another god, use it to our advantage here. You can already close the gates and destroy Crystal. Guess what happened. On a side note, I have an informant in the later layers of the fucking country. 6 to 7 to be precise. Remember my brother I mentioned earlier, Buford Gaines? You
Yeah.
know the long neck.
Yeah, the only person who's more of a pain in your ass than I am.
Yeah. Remember that old crocodile man that beat you down back in your debut match?
Uh,
Of course not. He knocked you out so silly it wouldn't even surprise me if you got amnesia. He's
no, I'm
currently
just trying to remember which. I'm just trying to remember fucking if all reptiles are crocodiles, because I did punch a lizard dude's jaw off by accident.
nah. This one you couldn't even beat. Remember? Purple Mohawk, talks in the third person.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah,
old fool. Yeah.
I'd say he owes me a rib, but I feel like he'd take 5 more of mine minimum.
Well, he's having a fun time in Sector 7.
How the
This
fuck?
is your DM speaking. I will inform you for free to the players, not the characters, that Buford is a level 20 NPC.
How the fuck am I alive?
Oh, he holds back against people that are weaker than him.
No, like genuinely out of character. How the fuck did Harvey survive? Like, you'd have to be using like a whip with negative dexterity for me to live one hit.
I repeat, he holds back against weaker opponents.
Damn. Like a dandelion looking up to Orville and saying, "Run to once."
And funny enough, yeah, we got an informant in Sector 7. Even more funnier, the only one that can really beat him is Funk.
Let's put it this way, story-wise. Funk can triple suplex before T gains like it's a fucking child wrestling match.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
I want you to just understand the power scaling here.
you thought
Y'all
Warden was
y'all are
strong?
Mr. Popo's stool.
You thought Warden
You
was
have the
strong?
dirt.
No.
You have the dirt, the worms, the worm inside the dirt, Popo stool, Warden, and then Popo.
And
Any
then Funk.
questions?
Yeah, and then Funk.
In my head, Funk and Buford T. Gaines are just fucking Zeno and Beerus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
Alright. Well, you know, we're still on the topic of like shit happening in southern zones, right?
Yeah.
Well, got a little tip from you know who, with wiggles his right hand a little bit. That
Ah,
there
bird
may or may
face.
not, yep, that there may or may not be some devious gate shit going on in Sector 8.
No,
Sure what the
God.
fuck is Not sure what the fuck is down there specifically, but
Uh, if I know something, it's gonna be spelling trouble if Buford actually makes his way down south more than he already is.
Your player level is not high enough to understand this information further.
Fuck.
Sector 8, that's my level. Oh no. Alright.
It is almost 12:30, gentlemen. We will be wrapping this up. I will be closing out the
Alright.
scene. As you guys finish your discussions, y'all all pile into the Overwatch and start making your way over to the motherfucker. I keep forgetting the name of it. The jackpot. It has grown late. You all have spent the day discovering the gods, as well as having discussions amongst yourselves, and have burned most of your daylight. You have one more day before you must head out as per your orders.
Yep.
And you
And
can
I'm
either
going
head to the Rat's Run or immediately start getting ready to the ammo stock.
I'm probably gonna do the stockade tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah,
In game tomorrow.
yeah.
In game tomorrow, obviously.
Um, guys, go ahead and get a full night's rest, and we will pick up with the next day and in the next session.
So take a long rest then?
I will immediately force you guys to take a long.
Sick.
Lore episode.
Yes.
Harvey now is convinced that Conrad has one of 3 gods in his head. Well, no, no, actually one of 2 gods. The third god is my own headcanon just because you specified the person behind Conrad is a woman.
Yeah. So You didn't see it, but Ivan did. It is a female god.
Yeah, so in Harvey's head, it's between Tormundus and Scalos, but because he said it's a woman, I'm kind of leaning towards Drusilla.
At this point, Ivan's really considering how long the mission's actually gonna take. Probably gonna immediately be trying to dip out the moment he gets his sister back.
Yeah,
Fair.
can't relate. I'm an only child.
All by myself.
To be fair, I probably could have also. I didn't want to take too much time going into heavy detail about the incident that happened during like Project Doomsday mission. But it's like, yeah, no, like it was just not like entering the building. They would have had their fucking like only a couple minutes before they see like revenants just like committing crimes of cannibalism amongst other fucking scientists and such, creatures crawling out the crevices, beds covered in blood. Just like the most gruesome, grotesque fucking thing that you could see happen.
Jesus.
And I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I guess Ivan does constantly sleep hearing the voices of all his dead teammates that he had to actually put down.
PTSD, woo, let's go!
Honestly,
That's
what's
why
making me feel better is just the stroke of bad luck from my last campaign.
yeah.
But as I said, y'all have taken a long rest at the jackpot, and we will continue next week. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. Again, more of a lore-based session.
Plenty of lore. I have it noted.
Yes.
In addition to, on a separate sheet of paper, my new attribute changeability, which, yeah.
Also, this is your warning as your DM.
Yeah.
Next episode is episode 12. Which means, guess what? You have a guaranteed... No, you have a guaranteed fight.
Strike team. Yay.
Finally! Cracks knuckles. I get to bleed.
Slowly but surely, Harvey is becoming a masochist.
At this point, just fucking. Let's just accelerate combustion. God. Honestly, considering the bomb
Let's
comment,
burn the
now,
fuse on both ends.
honestly, considering the bomb comment I just made, now I'm debating if Harvey would consider using his blood and then just like fucking using that as a long range bomb for people.
Additionally, you didn't catch wind, Jin. Last session, I did mention the whole general thing.
What?
When fucking Glip was fucking trying to pounce that he was a fucking general, and I fucking said, yeah, me too.
Uh, I mean, to be fair, like in that situation, I think Harvey still assumed you were with military. That's what was it, ARAT program?
Oh, no. They recruited me specifically because they actually knew who I was prior to my Ivan Boyle identity. Ivan Boyle was just a former cop that turned PI. They didn't know I had military training.
Well, then I'm playing my character correctly because I'm stupid.
Yeah. I am a fully trained fucking Alpha Squad leader. I was the cream of the crop at one point, but I've let myself go.
But
Yeah.
that'll be the end of today's episode. If you all enjoyed today's session, a follow or subscription would be greatly appreciated. We'd love to see you next week. This is an ongoing session that I currently have written for 20 episodes, but can go longer if need be. All of the past episodes are on my YouTube channel at Axel James Saber in playlist format for your enjoyment. We do this every Friday, or almost every Friday, at 9 p.m. CST. So if you'd like to join us live, consider coming on. Next week, we will not be doing a session because Jen will not be here.
Yep.
So you basically have next week free. But next session, we will be coming back to a squad fight at some point. I will have to write when and where that happens, considering we did not leave today. But
Just
it will
get
probably
spawn camp at the ammo rack.
no, we're not doing that.
Okay.
I need to get. I'm trying to get y'all to like fucking go. So I was like, cool. We all are going to the ammo stockade next session. Fantastic. Made that decision for me. I will find somewhere to ambush you. But yeah, that'll be it for today's session. Y'all are free to go. If you have any questions throughout the week, feel free to ping me on Discord.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Sorry, I will see you guys in 2 weeks. That gives me 2 weeks to actually prep for that session. Yeah, y'all are free to go. I'll catch y'all later.
Peace out, man.
Also, good job on the backstory. Backstory good.
Huh?
Nodders. I said good job on the backstory. Backstory good. Nodders.